Well, hello friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. So ends another day. A very busy day. Did some roof repairs, did some soffit repairs, built a bar, got some paperwork done for getting a building permit, did a few videos, cooked dinner, walked over 15,000 steps today. 15,000 steps on a bad knee. That's over 7.5 miles. I can't believe it myself. Then played with the fish, and now it's about to start raining. And I think I'm going to go to bed a little early tonight, so I'm actually getting my fireside chat on a little early, so I hope you don't mind. So we got some good news. The NFL says training camps will open on time. Most teams opening up right around on the 28th of next month. It's a month away. The NFL is also saying, or they finally passed, I talked about it earlier, but they were throwing the idea out there to help social distancing to cover the first 6 to 8 rows of seats. That way it keeps the fans further away from the players. So the Lambeau Leap, that's not going to happen. Lambeau Leap is not going to happen. What they're also going to do is they're going to be able to sell ad space on there. So the first 6 or 8 rows you can really see from the field. It's going to be like the baseball outfields and stuff where they'll have it covered and everything else with stuff. So I ain't mad at them about making some extra money, especially if it helps to keep them from making the salary cap take a nosedive. They're going to have to be creative with a lot of things. And we've got to get in our mind that this is not going to be like last year's regular season. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be different. And see, for everybody who thinks that, hey, I'm a season ticket holder, I'm going to all the games, I'm going to go, to this away game and this home game. I don't know about that. I'm sitting here. I live in Virginia. I know a lot of people are going to be surprised. Like, how can you be a Dallas Cowboy fan and you're not from Dallas? Well, I'm not, okay? But in our state of Virginia, we are beginning stage 3 of reopening. The good thing is our coronavirus is after, being one of the early ones, went past its peak and now it's coming down. And we've been slow to open. We've been doing the mask. You still have to wear a mask in businesses. You go to the grocery store, you got to wear a mask. You go to Home Depot, you got to wear a mask. Now, I will say there's some people who don't wear one, but we haven't seen anybody trying to throw them out and arrest them or anything like that. It's just you make sure you keep your social distance from them. So there's King's Dominion and there's Busch Gardens in Williamsburg. King's Dominion is outside Richmond. They have decided that they're actually eligible to open up next week, but they've decided to stay closed because they can only let 1,000 people. That's their max limit of patrons. King's Dominion usually opens up in end of March and is open through Halloween. It's almost July and they're only allowed to have 1,000 people in the park. Now, I got to be honest with you. I'd love to be able to go if there was only 1,000 people or less in the park. That would be great because you'd be able to ride anything you want as many times as you want. But they realize it's not economically viable. It'll cost us more money than we can bring in. 1,000 people, that ain't nobody. Now when the place usually holds 15 or 20. So you have to understand that this is the new model for a lot of things. We got a lot of restaurants that are beginning to open up, and most restaurants are barely making ends meet when they do pack the place. And now that you've got like, 25, 50% occupancy, you ain't making money, you're losing money. And if that's the case for restaurants, if that's the case for amusement parks, if basketball has to go to Orlando, what makes us think that football is going to be different? We got to be prepared to understand that it's not going to be business as usual. I'm okay with that because sometimes in life you have to sacrifice. And it's been a long time since our country and our people have had to sacrifice. By sacrifice, I mean, I want you to think about World War II. World War II, that was a generation. Because wars that we've fought in my lifetime, you don't feel it here. I mean, you have family members that may go, you may lose family members and things like that, but you don't lose or don't have to ration. We've never, during the Iraqi war or, Vietnam War, where we had to ration supplies. World War II, you got a ration card. You needed to turn in your tires from your car for the war effort. And people were taking some of their rations and donating that to the war cause because it was possibly the end of the world as we knew it. Germany was rolling through Europe. The only thing that stood between Europe and us was Great Britain, and they were getting bombed the heck out. There was no, you know what? I got the right to go ahead and hold on to my car. There was no selfishness. Everybody gave because it was the fight for life. And we have not. I can't say that I've ever had that experience because I haven't, as old as I am. We've never had to give up anything and sacrifice for the common good. But brother, I think it's actually time that we got to understand history repeats itself. And we're not talking about giving up your car or your tires. We're just asking people to be mindful and protect yourself as others. That's the only sacrifice that we're asking for. We can't do everything that we want to. Now, I've been to the beach many times. I understand that this year I won't. Maybe next year. That's the sacrifice that I'm going to do to try and make sure I stay healthy and I don't get anybody else sick. I'm going to wear a mask. I don't like wearing a mask, although it's not a bad thing because it helps hide some of this age. I don't look quite as old well, actually I do. My eyes, I got the cat claws or cat crow or crow's feet, whatever you call them. The wrinkled up eyes, I got those. But we have to sacrifice some things. So when it comes to football, we got to understand that we may have players, key players, that won't be out there for us. That we may not be able to go to the game. Maybe we'll be able to watch it on TV, hopefully. Hopefully we'll have that whole season. But we have to start sacrificing for all of us, for our whole country. Everybody talks about, America, the greatest country in the world. I have freedom. Well, you know what? If we don't start fighting for the country, for the good of the country, we ain't going to have much left at this rate. The economy, the wealth, the freedom. We got to start sacrificing everybody. All of us. For the greater good of everybody. Well, I'm glad that in a month from now, we'll be talking about players on the field. We don't know if We're going to have reporters there. Who's going to be allowed? What's going to be reported? What's going to be seen? But we'll at least know that they on the practice field. I want to thank each and every one of you guys and girls, kids and old people, for all the support, for being here, because I don't know that I've been able to make it through everything we've been gone through without you guys. And I can't thank you guys enough. With that being said, whew, I stink. I smell like it's been a long day. And I'm going to go up there, get my Irish Spring on, and I'm going to get cleaned up, and I'm going to go off to sleep. I'll see you first thing in the morning. I'll be on the road tomorrow. And don't forget, tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern, we'll be talking about what else? The Dallas Cowboys. And I hope you guys join us. Boy. See you in the morning. Oh, damn. That hurt.